Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report. I'm here in England, and I'm in the northeast of England in a place called Beamish. Now, what's Beamish, and what is this woman besides me here? Why is she dressed the way she is? We're going to find out all about that and more on Insider Travel Report. You are our guide, Kat. You are taking us all around Beamish. And what is Beamish?
Beamish is the Living Museum of the North. It's over 350 acres worth of landscape and buildings and architecture, and it all tells the story of the northeast of England, from coal mining to the 1950s town, sharing stories about our community and the objects in them.
Now, what are the main areas? Because you have different eras. Your last era is 1950s. We're actually right now in the Pitt village, which was the village of the coal miners, in the classroom, one of the classrooms, right?
Yeah, so we're currently in the 1900s Pitt Village and Colliery area, where we have a school, we have pitman houses. We also have an 1820s area at the top of the hill called Pockley Old Hall, and a 1900s town. We also have a 1950s town, a 1950s farm, a 1940s farm, a 1900s town, 1820s Pockley Old Hall, and this Pitt Village area.
Well, we've been racing around here. You really should spend a full day, maybe 2 days here. And actually, you are dressed from, what, 1913?
I'm 1913. I'm pre-war.
Okay.
So yes, and I'm based in the 1900s town. This is my outfit here.
Okay, so when we were in the 1900s era, we got to go through. There's actually a candy maker, a confectioner. There's a garage. There's all kinds of things. We went to the 1950s town. There's a fish and chips house, and there's a cinema. There's a movie theater, right?
Yeah, there's loads of things happening all across site. So our 1950s town has a cinema that seats 300 people. We have a fish and chip shop there, a hairdresser where you can get your hair styled. Okay. There's police houses, a welfare hall. In our 1900s town, as you mentioned, we have a confectioner's shop that makes sweets, and you can watch them doing that in front of you. A bakery where you can smell the bread as you're walking over.
No, we were going through all these things. People just grabbed fish and chips at the last stop, so that was there. So we were a little hungry. But it's amazing. You can go through all different eras of what life was like, and that's what your goal is here. And also, you're taken around by we call them London buses, buses which are double-decker buses, and you do have a tram, right?
Yeah, so all of our transport is based from the northeast, from different eras. So we have northeast trams and northeast range of buses from different eras that take you all around site. You can walk around it as well, but we definitely recommend at least a day to do that. We've been trying to fit in lots within an hour and a half.
And I think you also have a place that if you want to stay here, you can stay here, or you're building them, I think, right?
Within the next couple of months, hopefully, yes.
Okay, so you'll have a place you possibly can stay, and just experience that. And it's in a wonderful area. You see farming, and you have live animals. These are working farms as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything on site is working. So in our 1940s farm and our 1950s farm, we have a range of animals, from pigs to chickens, cows, sheep, horses, and it is a working farm. And everything we try and do is in keeping with that particular area. So even within the gardening team, you'll see that the process that they're using within the 1900s town are very different to what you'll see in the 1950s. So everything is researched.
Now, who thought of this, and when did it start?
So Frank Atkinson created this museum. Well, first of all, he was given loads of items. So he was given kind of trams and loads of different items from his collection. And so he decided to purchase this land and work with the local council to create a place that would forever tell our northeastern history here.
So he created this. When did this all begin? And you've been working on it ever since. What I think you said it back in the 70s, right?
Yeah, so the site itself opened to the public in the 70s. It's been worked on by multiple people years prior to that. Since then it's developed and more aspects have been added, more areas have been added, and one of the key things that Frank said is that he always wanted an area to be within living memory of our visitors. So that grandparents could come and experience a childhood familiarity and talk about it to their grandchildren. So that's the goal for Beamish, is to keep up to date with that. So our most recent addition is the 1950s town, which is lovely because we're seeing lots of people coming back to the area, noticing things, spotting things that they grew up with and talking about it with their grandchildren.
Well, I was born in the 1950s, so I should be familiar with it somewhat, but it is a marvelous place to visit to get a sense of what this area of England was like from the beginning. Now, is where we go out to about 127,000 travel agents, travel advisors in the U.S. Where can they go to find out more information about Beamish? What's the website, for example?
Beamish.org.uk.
Okay, so you can go there and you can meet, and then come over here and meet Kat, and she's going to take you all around from different eras, and you can drive on a double-decker bus. And it's an amazing place, and it really is some place you got to spend some time in. So thank you, Kat, for giving us this tour. And now I guess we have to go back to school or something, since we're in the schoolroom, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We get the chalkboards out.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.